We're coming to you today on site in Waverly, Ohio, the home of Pike Heritage Museum. I have the president of the association with us today, Bruce Waverly. Good to have you here today.
Thank you, Dan, for coming. Appreciate it.
This is a nice little place to see. If no one's ever been here before, you'll find a lot about Pike County right here.
Pike County and the lower Sorta Valley, I'll say as well. Yeah, we're located at 110 South Market Street. We're right beside the courthouse.
We will tell you more about it in just a moment, right after this. Welcome back again in Waverly at the Pike Heritage Museum. Dan Ramey along with Bruce Waverly. And Bruce, we were talking about the Heritage Center and how much information is in here, but you've got an event coming up August 23rd that'll really showcase this place.
Right, August 23rd, 2 years ago we celebrated our 40th anniversary, and it was a successful event, and we just, the trustees thought, well, why not just do this every year? So this is our third event we call Pike Heritage Day, and it's located here, and it has a German theme because our building is in the former German Reformed Church here in Waverly. But yeah, August 23rd on a Saturday, and I'm here to tell you all about
it. And part of that is going to be this organ that's right behind us here.
Correct.
As well. This dates back more than 100 years.
1917 is when they installed it.
Incredible. And even on the knobs here, you'll see German language written information. You got to know German to know what it does, right?
That's absolutely.
Or just play with the knobs and see what happens.
And figure it out.
But you plan to have this operable again for this event.
Yes, this is one of the things that we're going to be doing. We've got several German groups. We've actually got a German band that's being created here in Waverly from locals, but we're going to have some piano numbers, and we're going to be featuring the organ here. Like I mentioned, it dates back to 1917 when the church installed it. Like I said, it was manually operated. I was sharing with Dan earlier. Originally, when they installed it, a little fellow would go in the back of it, and there was a set of bellows, and they would just squeeze those bellows to provide the air to get the organ to play. But it's since been motorized, so we don't have to do the manual part of it anymore.
Plus, you don't have to find a little guy to go in there.
That's right, because it's cramped.
Right. That's just part of what's going to go on. But the reason this is so special is you've got music that was written way back when here in Waverly, not only on display, but it will also be played.
Correct. One of the things we get from when you're operating a museum like this, sometimes you get those unusual things you never knew it existed.
Yeah.
And we came across a piece of sheet music a few months ago. We actually found it on eBay, and we purchased it, and it was written by a gentleman by the name of Friedrich Guth, who was a German immigrant that came to America seeking fame and fortune, probably like so many were back then. He was classically trained in his homeland of Germany in music, and when he settled in Waverly, he opened up a music shop. He sold instruments, things like that. And we kind of knew that, but we didn't know he was a composer. And we found this piece of sheet music that Friedrich wrote. It says it was to Miss Rosa Steinauer of Waverly, Ohio, and it was published by Mr. Guth in 1894. Now, to our knowledge, this has never been played ever since. So Zack, who is the Waverly band director, has been steadily studying this piece of music, because I don't know piano, but I've been told this wasn't an easy piece by any means. But Zack is going to be performing that particular piece of music, and with some research we found not only some of Mr. Guth's descendants, but also Miss Steinauer's descendants, and they will both be here to listen to this piece of music that probably has, to our knowledge, has not been heard by human ears in almost 25 years or so.
Try to imagine coming and hearing something from, how many generations ago in your family.
Exactly.
Written for your ancestor. Wow.
Yeah. So that's one of the little pieces that we're going to be doing. It's going to be kind of music oriented, but we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. What else will be taking place that day? Because it's usually almost a street fair presence to it.
We do close down the street in front of the building, and we'll have some vendors, some other musicians. Like I said, we've got a German band that's going to be playing, some other vocalists. Zack will be playing piano. We've got a couple other pianists and organists be playing throughout the day. One of the things we're going to be doing, we have a new display about Roy Best. Roy was raised in Waverly, went into the Army in World War I, but he was a very talented artist. He was trained in a college in Cincinnati, but he eventually moved to the Chicago area and became very prolific with things like calendars, book covers. He was really well known for pinups, especially during World War II. He was the artist that painted the mural that's in the Waverly Post Office. He did a Saturday Evening Post cover, which we have a copy of. We've got this new display that we're going to be showing. Kind of tells the story of Roy Best, and he was just an exceptional artist. His artwork looked a little bit Norman Rockwell-ish, if I can say that word. But just an exceptional artist, and we were able to acquire a couple of his original pieces, and we wanted to give him a little bit of his due to tell a little bit about his story, but just like I said, an exceptional artist, and that's a new display for us in addition to some of the other things that we have. Also that day, of course, we have food. The events, by the way, are all free. There's no charge whatsoever for that. We'll have some food here, and of course, since we have this German thing, Schmidt is going to be coming down, going to be with one of their trucks. And if you like Schmidt's, which a lot of people do, don't waste time, because the last 2 years, Schmidt's has ran out of food before the evening is over with.
So get here early.
Well, at least don't stay until, or don't wait until late in the evening.
Right.
They'll be serving throughout the day, and great folks to work with. And I will mention, of course, they're going to bring all of their typical stuff, like their bratwurst, the Bahama Mamas, all that. But they tell me that one of the things that people really like are those cream puffs at Schmidt's. And what they're telling me is they're featuring that day, everyone take note, the white chocolate triple berry cream puff. So whether you like music or not, come for the cream puffs.
Everybody likes a cream puff.
Yeah. And then our neighbors right beside us at Beast and Bottle, they started there was a sandwich that the folks here in Waverly knew that used to be served at the Emmitt House. And of course, we lost the Emmitt House several years ago with a tragic fire. But one of the sandwiches was known as the Stag bar sandwich in the Emmitt House, and the Beast and Bottle, they recreated it last year, sold out, and they're going to be recreating that again this year for folks. So if you want to bring back a taste from long ago, come early and go to the Beast and Bottle, and then polish things off maybe with a cream puff and a bratwurst. I don't know, but
well, Heritage is your middle name, and you're keeping it alive. There's no question there.
Right, too.
Speaking about the Pike Heritage Foundation here in Waverly, old canal town, and as you mentioned, the post office, one of the murals, as you'll find over there, is of what is now Emmitt Avenue here in Waverly, Route 23, back when it was water.
That's right. It was the canal, which is amazing when you look at that image. That work's called the packet, and you can see that 23 was the canal bed, so boats going north and south between Chillicothe and Piketon, that's how they did it.
Yeah, very important. Of course, a towpath to go along with it too, just to have that. The mules at work, mules and horses back in those days. I noticed you've got the Emmitt House Ohio historical marker here inside as well. That, of course, we lost several years ago in the wintertime to a fire. Yes,
and that was damaged. That's why it's...
Is that right?
It was broken in the fire, but we saved it for future generations, at least know what was there.
And those of us that are old enough to remember the Emmitt House, it was a place to come. I mean,
yes,
Brent Musburger would be here, and ABC, when they came to do a ball game at Ohio State, they were down here for dinner.
There you go.
Yeah, so a lot of fun there. But you can find a lot of other things. Faces of the Fallen. I imagine these are veterans from the foreign wars.
We did that project about 2 years ago, and just our military veterans are just so incredibly important. The sacrifices that they made, and for younger generations, I think it just turns into statistics. And what we wanted to do was we researched and we found photographs of all of our boys that went overseas and never got to come home. For Pike County, there was nearly 200, and we found photographs of most of those. So we have a wall here that shows those happy faces looking for adventure, but unfortunately they didn't get to come back home. So we just wanted to memorialize them in some way, but they go back to the Civil War all the way up to the wars in the Middle East.
Is there anything that we have missed that you'd like to mention here today?
Just want to invite everyone to come. If you've got especially interest in Pike County history, maybe German history, come down and visit us. We're always making some changes. We are a volunteer organization, and always looking for folks to participate and help us, whether with their time or their financial resources. But we've got all kind of things you can come here and look at. Like I said, we are open on Fridays and Saturdays, and totally free. So we look forward to having any of your listeners to come on down and visit us that day.
So anytime you find yourself wanting to learn a little bit more about Pike County, you can Google and all that kind of stuff. But when you come and see what's available here, you want to make sure you make the Pike Heritage Center a place to stop and join.
Absolutely.
Bruce, thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Dan.
And they'll be looking for you Saturday, August 23rd for their next event.